What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz saying that he will not go to the UK to be set up. He thinks it's a setup in the UK. He uses the fault of Dillian Whyte failing a drug test is one of the reasons he won't go there. You know, they've been back and forth, you know, about what is what and who is who. You know, Andy Ruiz is the champion, the new unified champion, and he calls the shots and things, that and the other. You know, it sounds good, but I think Ruiz needs to just wake up, honestly, because if he signed the contract, because here's the thing, people. You can look at the reaction of Andy Ruiz after he won. What was he saying? How was he? He was ecstatic. Okay? He was a guy, remember, he kept saying, man, I'm still pinching myself. I'm still pinching. I can't believe this happened. Right? And the whole time, he didn't believe he won like he won. Okay? And the point I'm trying to make here is, when he signed that contract, he believed he could win, but he didn't expect to win due to his excitement and reaction after the fight was over. And if you factor that in with now, oh, I'll beat Anthony Joshua anyway. Now it's, oh, now I won't go to the UK. But before he said that, he said, if I'm going to go to the UK, I want $50 million. So he wants to cash out. So it seems to me, now you're saying, I won't go there because Dillian Whyte failed a drug test. First of all, Dillian Whyte has nothing to do with you. Anthony Joshua does. The guy that you signed the contract and the rematch clause for, the guy that you thought that more than likely was going to beat you. I'm not saying that Andy Ruiz didn't believe in himself. What I'm saying is, I don't think he expected to win. Since he didn't expect to win, and he know he has won, he's trying to call the shots and make it the best possibility and opportunity for him, which is nothing wrong with that. You know, he wants it over in the States. He wants it easier, right? But if you add that with, I want $50 million to go to the UK, to, I'm not going to the UK to be set up, or I don't want to go to the UK, I want it in Mexico, I want it back in New York or California, Las Vegas. You put that together, you see a person, then you say, oh, I don't want to be set up. Okay, you add that to it. And we're talking about a fighter you're not even fighting. That's now, it's looking more like an excuse. Now, I can understand Andy Ruiz wanting to have it over here. I understand that, you know. Joshua fought the first fight over here. Then he beats him. Then he said, I'll beat him easier the next time. It was an easy fight. Anthony Joshua can't box. He can't fight. He's like a robot, right? But then yet you don't want to go to the UK. Now you're attacking on another reason you don't want to go to the UK. Because of something that has nothing to do with your contractual agreement to fight Anthony Joshua. That's strange to me. And what I say about that is, maybe Andy Ruiz is not that comfortable and confident in his ability. You know, I could understand him saying, like, maybe I'll get robbed over there. Maybe I'll be in, you know, maybe be some kind of injustice or some type of favoritism. I don't know about injustice, but definitely favoritism, sure. But if you can do the same thing you did with Anthony Joshua, it doesn't matter where you fight. So I don't really know what the big deal is. In fact, honestly, if you want to talk about it, I don't know what the venue thing is about. You know, I don't know why that's the case, but Andy Ruiz using this as an excuse not to go to the UK. He didn't want to go to the UK anyway, but it just shows that now you're just adding bullshit, other senseless reasons, because there's no reason that's not a legitimate reason why he shouldn't fight Anthony Joshua in the UK. Or wherever it's at. You know what I mean? But it would be a shame not to see that fight because Andy Ruiz is having second thoughts about beating Anthony Joshua. Because that's the only thing I can come up with. You don't go from, hey, I'll beat him anywhere. I'll beat him in his backyard to, oh, I'm not fighting over there. Oh, I won $50 million to fight over there. Oh, I won it in Mexico. You know what I mean? Like, let's stop the conflict because Andy Ruiz, sad to say, and I like Andy Ruiz, but people are in his ear. I feel that they're rooting him on and hyping him up to say certain things to the media where if he's not careful, he's going to let those people drag him into a situation that he doesn't need to be in. The last place Andy Ruiz needs to be is in court, or his team in court. And the sad part about it, if he ends up getting sued, what does he have? He's more than likely spent a huge chunk of that fucking money that he's made. Well, if he gets sued, he has to pay that back, don't he? Then he has to fight longer. Then that blessing really becomes a curse. Because of what? You're not confident to fight in another country. You're the world champion. You know, you'll beat him anywhere. So why would you even drag this through court? Just, hey, you agreed to sign. Just like Jarrell Miller even knew. Jarrell Miller said, I got to beat him. Then I got to fight the cocksucker again. His exact words. I got to fight the cocksucker again in the UK if I beat him. So I have to beat him twice. Andy Ruiz is the substitute and the replacement of Jarrell Miller that already knew the 411 if he did win. Why doesn't Andy Ruiz know that? He should know if he beats the A-side guy, right? The ex-unified champion, he would have to go to the UK. Chances are he would have to go to the UK. So let's wake the fuck up, man the fuck up, and fight this fight. And stop making bullshit excuses up talking about Dillian White. That's just ridiculous. I'm not going there because Dillian White failed a drug test. Fuck, it was from the actual local agency that is reporting this, not VADA. It's UCAD. So it doesn't even make sense of what he's even saying. You know, now that's just a blatant excuse that you don't want to go to the UK and you've found and created a reason why you shouldn't go. That ain't cool. Andy Ruiz, you know, if he believes in his ability, go do the same thing you did before. It ain't like you couldn't do it. What's the problem? You're now, the resistance for him not going makes that fight mischief to me. It makes me question his confidence, skill set, balls. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as Eddie's is the resistance. But then Eddie's that guy that like, no, I want the best opportunities possible for my fighter. He's doing his job. However, it's like no one's listening to Joshua. Joshua wants to fight in the U.S., right? That's what he said anyway. But now he's letting Eddie talk him into it because he's probably, you know what, this is my counterpunch on it. You know what I think happened with that? I think Eddie Hearn sat down with Anthony Joshua and talked so much shit to Anthony Joshua to the point like, dude, fuck, I don't care now. I don't care where we'll fight now. Because you're just going to try to talk me out of going to a place that I blatantly want to go because I want to go to Madison Square Garden because the best fought the best there. All right? The best lost the best there. Ali took his first L there. You know? So why not go to Madison Square Garden? I have no problems with any of it. I don't even care. As long as this fight don't go to court and then the belts get frozen and this and that and all that shit. We don't need that. We don't need that in this situation because that's one of the highest anticipated heavyweight fights of this year. Okay? So why would we fuck that all up going to court because one person is not comfortable with their ability and the other person has a promoter that wants to protect his fighter as much as possible? I don't want any of those things to happen, right? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Andy Ruiz and his statements. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.